This podcast was brought to you by the Tampa Bay Podcast Network. Hey, it's Dawn Marie Mutel. Welcome back to another episode of the Little Drummer Girl. Do you have like some really big aspirations for 2022? I know I do. There were so many things I wanted to get done in 2021 that didn't happen, but a lot of good things did happen. So it's like I can't beat myself up, and I don't want you to beat yourself up either when you find you thinking about the things that you wanted to do that maybe didn't get done this year. But you know what? Keep it on the list and check it off twice. Make sure in 2022, that's two, that you're going to do it. You're going to get it done, right? So there's nothing more, rewarding than putting something out there, knowing that it's a big thing for you, right? It's a big deal to you. May not be a big deal to somebody else, but it is to you. So whatever it is, nothing is too big, nothing's too small. You want to make sure that you just spend some time to just think about what you want to accomplish. And I found that it's so important to take pen and paper and write it down. One of the things I like to do is like when I think about my content and interviews and stuff like that, I kind of just do a quick sketch of the month and then just kind of put some stuff in there of what I want to see, kind of get a rough draft of what it is that I'm looking to do. Because, our time is so limited and it's so precious, right? And we don't have all that much of it. If you're working and juggling children and school and work and this and that, next thing you know, you've got like an hour to do something for yourself, right? So that 60 minutes can be really crucial to help you get somewhere down the line that you may be looking to go to, right? So think about the different areas of your life. So it may be, your relationships and your home life and your children. If you have kids, you want to spend more time with them, maybe because you're just working too much all the time and you don't get to spend any time with them, right? Maybe you're touring, maybe you're on the road and you just don't get to see them that often. Or maybe there was a split in the family and somehow, you don't get to see that you want to or that you'd like to. So if you put it down in here as goals, like maybe you just want to spend an extra 2 hours a week with your kids just to have fun with them. One of the things that my dad used to do, he did it for a little bit of time, but really special moments for me. And I think I was about 9 years old or so. He started taking me, I would get out early on Wednesdays and he would take me to different locations in Manhattan. And we would, one of them was a trip to the World Trade Center. And, it was the first time up there. And it was just beautiful. He let me use his binoculars. And if you look on my Instagram, I have a picture of me up there. And, or taking me to a really cool restaurant. And I was like, wow, this is how the other half live, right? Because I'm not used to really fancy restaurants. So when he took me to those places, it meant a lot to me because we spent time together instead of with all my siblings and my mom and my brother. It was just our time together and it was really valuable. So if you have a loved one or a really good friend, I find that I get a lot of, great energy when I'm around good people, when I'm around fun people who make me laugh rather than cry, because who wants the alternative, right? I know it's horrible when you're around somebody who kind of just like takes the life right out of your sails and it just like it takes that balloon and goes. "Arr." So find people that are going to lift you up, that are going to support you. We just talked about this with Juliet in my last episode because it's so important to be around the people that are going to inspire and aspire you and will help find some of the things you may need to do for yourself. I did a lot of volunteer work. So if you're interested in a certain area of your life or something new, go volunteer in it. Go find an association or some kind of a membership that has what it is that you're looking to do. Because, after spending some time in it, you may find out that that's really not what you thought it was and you may not like it. So instead of like, throwing everything in, go take your foot and dip it in the pool and see how you like the water temperature. If it's too cold, then you may have to wait till it warms up a little bit more. So that's pieces of advice I can give you if you're looking to just try new things. I'm always open to trying everything I can because I just don't know that one thing that's going to really inspire me. So Maybe it's just spending a day, as Julia Cameron from the Artist Way book, she says, take an artist date with yourself. So I started doing those types of things. I would just take a day and I would go to the museum, or I would go to a place in Manhattan that I hadn't been before, or I hadn't been in a long time, or take a ferry ride where I could just, get the sea mist in my face and just feel like inspired looking at that beautiful skyline that I used to see all the time. But we take things for granted. And sometimes in your backyard, you have like these amazing things that can be going on. But if you're not on top of what's going on and, going to the different websites that house what's happening around your area, you could be missing out on a lot of fun things. So one of the goals that I have every year is to just try like 5 or 6 new things, new places, or new things that I haven't done before. And I'm so like, I want to do the kite surfing so bad, but haven't met any kite surfers that I know that I could say, hey, can I borrow your board? I did find a place that you can rent them, but I'm a little bit skeptical because I don't know with my back injuries if that's something I really should try. But maybe they could put me on a harness and take me up. I don't know. But maybe I'll just go parasail again because I haven't done that since 1983, right? So what I'm saying is just get creative. Look what's going on in your neighborhood. Ask some friends about some things they may have done that are new. Makes you think like, wow, life is fun. It's not just all, grind and grind and grind and work and work and work, because what fun is that, right? We're here to enjoy life to the fullest. That's what it says in the Bible. That's what it says we should do. And I'm all for it, like let's live it and live it large. And it doesn't have to be expensive either. You don't have to break the bank and go, oh, I'm going to go, skydiving or something that's going to cost you more money. But maybe you could just go to an air show, or maybe you could just go to an air museum and just check out some really cool planes, right? I mean, wouldn't that be fun? I know I love doing stuff like that too. So I just want to leave you with that because I really want you to start writing down the goals if you're not already doing that, because something I learned as a young girl from starting a diary as early as like 7 years old was when I wrote things down, they started to crystallize and form. And 9 out of 10 times, like half the stuff that I wrote down that I wanted to do, I achieved. And it's because I wrote it down. As Joseph Campbell said, if you write it down, it just kind of crystallizes in the subconscious mind. It lets the universe know this is what you want. And poof, you start doing things, you start meeting people, you start reading the right books. The next thing you know, you can be like finding these things that happen that you never thought possible. I mean, I have so many things in my life that have happened I didn't really set out to do. And they kind of, from doing these different things, it was like kismet, and it led me into these other things. So I'm so grateful for the mistakes I've made and the trials I had and the tribulations, because I felt like every one of them made me stronger, made me more determined. Because if somebody said, no, you can't do this, and I said, no, I believe I can, and I felt God put it on my heart to do it, then I didn't listen to them. I didn't, say, hey, whatever, thank you, bye-bye, I gotta go now, so that you can get them done. Because if you start letting those people get into your ear and into your brain and into your subconscious, you may do nothing. You may be like, so like, you stepped on the brakes and you went, that's it. That's all, folks. No, you don't want that. You want to be able to just keep pursuing, keep doing, keep dreaming, and don't let anyone stop you, okay? Now, if you're a musician, you may have a lot of different things you have to do. You may have to go buy some equipment. You may have to find band members. You may have to go get gigs. Whatever those things are, I want you to take them and break it down into bite-sized pieces so that you're not overwhelmed. If you're like an actor or an actress and that's what you want to do, you want to be on stage, you want to be theater, you want to be going on auditions and see what you can apply for, because you don't want to just look at an audition and say, oh, that would be nice, but I don't know if I'm good for that role. Even if you're not good for the role, just get out there and audition anyway, because you know what? Practice makes perfect, right? The butterflies get less, your nerves start to calm down, and you can really ace an audition that you didn't think that you had in the bag, but because you've been doing so many of them, you're getting really good at it. And there's nothing better than, practicing what it is that you love to do. And if you love doing it, then it's not going to feel like work either, right? So what do they say? You know, if you love what you do, it never feels like you've worked a day in your life. And I believe that, you know. We may all have to do the things that we don't want to do, like the laundry and the cooking and the cleaning. But hey, maybe one day, you know, you can hire out people to help you do it. I know that's on my list. And maybe this year I can do that. I was thinking of getting a VA, getting some people to help me, getting some interns on board, because there's a lot of things I want to do that I know that without the help, I can't get there. I just can't do it alone. And that's why I feel like if you like the podcast and you want to help support us, please buy us a cup of coffee, become a member so that we can keep giving you information to help you move forward in your life so that you can achieve those big dreams and big goals. Because you know what? It all starts with a dream. As Martin Luther King said, you know, I had a dream. I have a lot of dreams. I've had a lot of dreams, and we all should be able to just feel happy in our lives and just feel successful. And whatever success means to you, success is not always financial. You know, it's not about the big houses and the fancy cars. Sometimes success just means having friends in your life that you feel really loved with, or your family, or just being able to spend some peaceful, quiet time to yourself. Maybe that's success, you know, that you're not in the crazy, chaotic moments of life, that you just get some downtime for yourself. I mean, I remember holidays that I would travel from New York City and I'd come down to Florida, go to the beaches, and just for a couple days by myself, just to clear my head, just to get away from the crazy chaos of New York City, you know, the 24/7 go, 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 go. After a while, you have to say, whoa, I need some quiet time. I don't want to hear all the noise and all the distractions because I want to get clear on where I have to go. So take some time for yourself, whether it's in the bubble bath and you lock the door and you let the kids say, okay, go feed yourself. I'll see you in a bit, an hour or so. Or, you know, you let your honey, your lover, your spouse, your friends babysit your siblings, whoever can help, right? Don't be afraid to ask for help because we all need help in whatever it is that we do. And when you ask for help, the universe will provide and give it to you. So if you don't and think you could do it all yourself, guess what? You can't. I mean, we are bionic, Superwoman and Superman, and you know, yeah, we do so many things all day long, right? Go, 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 and it just gets faster and more crazy and more chaotic. But it's time to just slow it down a little bit, you know, put it on backwards so that you can listen to what it is you have to do and write it down. If you don't write it down, I can guarantee you, you're going to forget it. I know I do. I was like, oh, I just thought of a great title for something. And then I forgot to write it down. And then I'm like, what was that? What was it? And I can't think of what it was. So I hope that 2022 is a spectacular beginning for you and that you're just going to see like amazing things happen and it's going to keep moving forward. And if you've had some hard times, believe me, I understand. I just went through 15 months with COVID where I couldn't find extra work and I couldn't do anything. It was like horrible and it was just grueling. It's the first time in my life that I ever went that long without the extra work that I would get normally that would keep me afloat. And it was horrible because I wound up having to borrow from family members and I feel so in debt and I just, you know, I can't wait to get things back on track. And that's what 2022 is. And I have a lot of ideas in here that I hope to be able to share them with you because I think that you're going to enjoy the things that I have planned for 2022. And I want to bring them to you so that maybe they'll help you out as well. Because that's all we have, right? All you need is love. And if we all can stick together like bands of brothers there, and we can just knock it out of the park and do whatever it takes to get it done. All right, that's all I'm going to leave you with, my lovely drumsters. Remember, it's never too late to lead the life of your dreams and leave it trailblazing behind you. So rock on and rock out, and I'll catch you on the flip side. And hey, if you like this podcast and you'd like to support us, please go to patreon.com/podcast network and become a member and help support the show. We are looking to get about 50 businesses that have a big message to get out there and get them on the podcast network so that I can bring you more great information that's going to help keep you motivated and worked up and, you know, so that you're on fire to get the things done that you want to do in life. Because you know what? Life goes real fast. I mean, decades are going by. I'm like, whoa, another 10, another 10, another 10. I'm like, hello. So I want you to make sure that you don't waste your time, that you're productive, you're fruitful, and that you have an amazing life. All right. And don't forget to stop at the Facebook group as well and join us over there at facebook.com/groups// Little Drummer Girl, that's LIL Drummer Girl, or at the vlog, www.lildrummergirl.com, and catch some more interviews from live musicians and artists and all these great entrepreneurs out there and get your life on fire. I'll see you soon.